3 to decision rule is about 4.3%, which indicate that both providers and managers highlighted that HSC relevance due to its table formulation, which chain, as well as avoid potency issue associated with oxytocin. This made it practical and dependable in work setting. Many felt its use should be sustained beyond the project, which later on I will present the sustainability plan for Kebbi State. There is a shared concern with discontinuing its use will negatively affect PPH. Since we have achieved our 100% usage, as well as I think only one death due to postpartum hemorrhage, we will be able to sustain this HSC. For the response, HSC is very effective. As I said earlier, you don't have to repeat the dose. You should give a single dose and it will be okay. I will give you what you need. Slide, please. This is the calculation. This is it's not bullet. This is a sample of calibrated drifts. You, at the exhibition there, you see it there. So this is the warning sign when it's at 300 cc. But for action stage, when it's around 500 cc, you have to take action immediately and arrest it. Next slide. Still, this is a graph. Continue. Next slide. For calibrated drifts experience, training and mentorship. Adequacy of training and high training coverage. About 157 out of 162 providers surveyed 6 months after the project agreed that they were adequately trained on PPH detection after vaginal birth and calibrated drip use. Daily peer support, peer reinforcement, which is one of the key things that was done during the project. Sustain correct use. Beyond the formal training, providers reported routine peer reminders, prompting colleagues during deliveries, correcting omission, and reinforcing proper timing of drip placement. The third bullet there is regular mentorship and strengthening adherence. Providers and managers highlighted the ongoing mentorship to 2 to 3 times monthly by JAPIGO staff, AMPLI-PPHI teams, or designated facility mentors, reinforcing the protocol adherence and providing real-time feedback. Next. Calibrated drip implementation and calibrated drip implementation experience, waste and supply management. Persistent concern about waste around waste disposal. You know, the calibrated drips contains blood, so people tend to be apprehensive about the waste management. Poor waste management infrastructure undermine safe disposal. 48% of providers express safety concern about disposing blood-containing drips, while 43% raise concern about environmental factors. Common concerns are made at the PHC level. The training and availability of functional incinerators support safe disposal of calibrated drips. Providers reported that adequate training and access to functional incinerators supported by IPC-compliant disposal of drips. The process documentation, structure supply management. Initial calibrated drip distributed were about 10,000 based on facility delivery volumes. Facilities that have high delivery volume tend to have more of the drips during the distribution, with a 4-month stock and bi-monthly distribution. Routine stock mentoring using the inventory control and reporting tools were used. Learnings, continuous consumption tracking prevented stock outs. early procurement, activation, and advanced notification of LNCV units remain critical for sustained availability, which we'll discuss later on during sustainability. Next slide. Healthcare worker motivation to use calibrated drips. Reflective motivation, beliefs, and values. Relevance to clinical workflow. Providers and managers see this as relevant and complementary to their routine clinical workflow. Providers noted that while initial adoption required minor adjustment, the tools ultimately streamlined into early detection of PPH, postpartum hemorrhage, and prompt intervention. Managers emphasize that drips reduce guesswork. You not start counting the number of parts or others, but this one will give you a fair, accurate measurement of the blood loss, making clinical tasks more predictable and reliable. Objectivity. One provider highlighted that drips readings can be verified by another clinician. Once you are not sure, you can ask your fellow colleague to come and make sure that it's within the action line or within the... Next slide. For acceptability of calibrated drips using the same Ottawa acceptability decision rule. Overall, the acceptability is about 3.8 out of 5 compared to that of heat stable carboxyphen, which is about 4.3. Many providers participating in the key informal interview expressed strong appreciation for the innovation, describing drips as very effective, helpful, accurate, and life-saving compared with the previous practice. The drips improve clarity, reduce uncertainty, and enable more proactive and preventive care. For the challenges or the disadvantages, some providers participating in the key informant interview reported minor challenges, mostly operational, such as steering, initial workflow stress, particularly where there are shortages of staff. Acceptability of that, 9 providers indicated that women generally accept drip use when its use is explained. Once you explain it to them, they will tend to accept it. Lacking acceptance to trust in the healthcare providers. Minor discomfort or need for positional adjustment does not distract from the overall patient cooperation and reinforcing the drip perceived value in care quality. Next we go to tranexamic acid as part of clinical care bundle for PPH treatment. As you can see in this bar chart, the PPH detection rate pre-implementation and post-implementation. When you look very well, it's reading around 2.2% pre-implementation around May 2024 to April 2025, while post-implementation is reading around 2.6% in May 2025 to April 2026. Next. PPH detection rates, pre and post implementation. As you can see, PPH case fatality decreased from 1.31%, that is 4 out of 305 pre-implementation, to 0.22%, which is 1 in 457, which is quite remarkable and a great achievement for the state. Next slide. PPH bundle train implementation and experience. Training and mentorship. As I said earlier, 157, that's 97% of 162 providers surveyed in October 2025, and the 6 months of TXA availability at the project site reported that they felt adequately trained on PPH treatment using TXA, tranexamic acid, and 132, that's 99%, reported that they felt adequately trained on PPH treatment bundle. Structured training and orientation. Provided participated in key informant interview conducted in October 2025, noted that training were critical in understanding the PPH bundle, treatment bundle. Ongoing mentorship. Providers and managers participating in the key informant interview explained that mentorship was provided weekly or periodically around direct supervision, bedside guardians, monitoring staff to address knowledge gaps in real time. Mentors included facility staff, AMPLI-PPHI JAPEGO personnel, Sorghum NAM, occasionally Ministry of Health representatives. The peer practice and practical application enhance skill retention. Both providers and managers participating in KII reported that peer practice corners and OSCE sessions were highly beneficial, and regular hands-on practice, both for the existing staff and new trainees, enabled. Next. So for the process documentation findings, operational realities. Clinical mentorship and peer practice. Early challenges with practice space, inconsistent drills, and low staff participation were addressed through mentor support, leadership engagement, peer learning, and flexible scheduling. Record keeping. Documentation gap in post-delivery monitoring and drug timing were corrected through reinforced 15 minutes monitoring standard and strong peer oversight. Quality improvement. Challenges having facilities to convene meetings, but was mitigated by appointing QI focal person and conducting QI training and integration of QI teams. That's quality improvement across supported teams. Next. Key takeaways and implications. Next. What the evidence show? Rapid adoption school. Service. Number one, high accessibility bundle across PSCs and hospitals. Within 6 months, people rapidly adapt to it. Then the low dose, high frequency training, practice plus supportive supervision enable this table betacin, tranexamic acid, and calibrated dose are embedded in the national guideline and EMLs and quantification plan. Number 4, sustainability now hinges on financing and ownership, not only technical feasibility, which we will present later on the sustainability plan for Kebbi State. Next. What's new here and what it matters for scale? Number 1, first, real-world evidence of full emotive bundle implementation across both vaginal and cesarean section to demonstrate feasibility in contrasting contexts. High or low capacity states, PSC and hospital. One which is CS-specific workflow adaptation, waste management consent for calibrated drifts, which was addressed with our locally fabricated incinerators. Number 4, shows that mentorship and teamwork can resolve every or early friction points. Number 5, confirm that sustained scale requires domestic procurement as well as ownership. The Honorable Commissioner mentioned that the DMA have already been funded, or their money have been released for procurement, have been approved, sorry. Release. The permanent secretary is correcting us. The money is released for DMA for this procurement. Next. From evidence to action, what needs to change for national scale-up? 1, update the clinical guidance. 2, introduce a dedicated cesarean section module for HSC and TXA in the national training packages as well as the SOPs. 2, secure sustainable financing, embedded HSC, TXA, and DREFs into state procurement plan, DRF, BHCPF, and insurance mechanism. This will reduce reliance on donor-led procurement. Number 3, state implementation support, institutionalize peer learning, simulation drills, as well as mentorship models. Prioritize low-volume PSCs for ongoing skill reinforcement, address waste and environmental risks, and embed learning into the national systems. Next. The Kebbi State Ministry of Health as well as Japago want to acknowledge the Federal Ministry of Health, the Department of Family Health, and the Department of Planning, Research, and Statistics in the Federal Ministry of Health, SOGOM, UNPFA, NAM, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, WHO, health providers, partners, regulatory agencies, and professional associations. Thank you very much. That is the findings from AMPLI-PPHI.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Director. Family Health. For those of us in academia, we have seen the data, the baseline of the data, the methodology they use, as well as the key findings of their research. For me, one of the major takeaways is the way and manner that the capacity building is not just on the whole, but at the facility, because that is where the main work takes place. If people at the facility are well equipped and capacity well built at the facility. Thank you very much, Dr. Suleiman, for this wonderful presentation. The next item that we have our state chairman, QFBG chairman of NCDSR, Dr. Nuruddin Muhammad Kanjiba, who will moderate the session. Dr. Nuruddin in the middle. And our panelists are as follows, starting first with Sobol, Professor Aishama. You are welcome to the panel. Then the next one is Amina Gadi from now. Now you are highly welcome to the. Then Director from Healthcare, welcome. So the panel discussion will give us question and answer.
One is
By insurance and our director. Thank you all for how the field can sustain these gains that we have made. I'm looking for all the gains. So we like to have this discussion so that we document also the approach is coming from the field on how to sustain this momentum. So I think I would start from my mentor and my teacher, Professor Aisha Adam. Maybe just open the floor for us on how she thinks we can sustain this organization. Yeah, of course, we have been in this business from the beginning. We have a lot of you know, how to sustain it. So I think Professor Aisha has to open the floor for us. She has already started mentioning during her own remarks. I think she will also support thank you.
And I want to speak from, you can see what you have here is Sogon and NAM. So I want to speak from the angle of professional associations, which is what we are. We are representing our professional bodies here. I'm presenting Society for Gynecology and Obstetrics of Nigeria. And both this society and NAM were interested in women's health. So the thing is, for AMPLI to have invited for AMPLI to have engaged professional associations in this, it means that they are relevant, and we cannot run away from the fact that if you want these things to stay, you have to work with them. Why? Because number one, they are key to developing standard, and that's where to start from. You have to have a standard that is uniformly practiced by all. So that's where to start from. If we have, thankfully, the Federal Ministry of Health is in the process of adopting the newly released WHO recommendation on PPH prevention and care, which was a joint collaboration between FIGO for obstetrics and the International Confederation of Midwives for the midwives. So these are collaboration. So that's another thing to also look at. Collaboration is key. Partnership is key. Then setting standards and accepting them is key. So the state government should decide and make these recommendations known and preached at all of these facilities. Everybody should know what has WHO recommended for the prevention and treatment of postpartum hemorrhage. That is key. Then the other one is advocacy. So we were key, that was our key role in this project, advocacy. We advocated to all those who mattered in this. They are buy-in. We advocated to the state government because they are here, and that's why I thank God they are here. We worked with partners to achieve that. We advocated to the clinicians, the care providers, to accept these newly released guidelines as the standard of care. So that is key. Otherwise, you have somebody say, I've been doing this 20 years. This is how I know how to manage it. The next person say, oh, I've been doing this for 30 years. You have care everywhere. So we all have to speak with one voice. And the only way to do that is to, go into this advocacy, advocate to all those that matter, so that they get the same message over and over, the same language over and over, until everybody gets to know that, look, this is the way to manage hemorrhage. Then, it's not enough. Okay, yes, the knowledge is there, like we have seen, they have, built the capacity. But you also have to have what to work with. So this is where the state government comes in. It's, when you pledge to do something, you must be willing to support it. And you must be willing to carry it on. But the message I want the state government to understand here is that whatever it does, whatever it invests, is actually doing it for our mothers. For the mothers who would benefit from this. And when mothers are healthy, their children will be healthy. And when children are healthy, the fathers will be healthy. So if you start with the women, always to the end. So continue to, I'm sure by now you have identified a local partner for drip production, for where to get the drips. So push on, And alhamdulillah, the money is now available. We've been told that there's funds available. So get on and prepare while it is still hot in the minds of people. Don't let it cool and then you start all over again. No, keep pushing and get it forward. So procurement is there to ensure that the things that you need to do that are available. So I think this is the way to go for now. I said we should start to continue talking. If you don't stop me, I'll continue talking. But yes, I'll stop at this stage and just summarize that you need advocacy, you need to set standards, you need to get everybody, all the stakeholders on the table, and then you need to have the commodities that you need. So get the government buy-in to provide these commodities in a sustainable manner.
So thank you very much, Prof. So we have heard from Prof. The main thing she highlighted, a collaboration, because nobody can do it alone. You can see even in this hall, we have those from the associations, we have our stakeholders here, we have partners, and then of course we have our religious and traditional rulers here, as well as the healthcare workers. So everybody needs to be on board. For the professional associations she highlighted, those are the ones that are fully involved in the decision making and guidelines correction, so that we change the way we do things. Another thing she highlighted is also state ownership and also implementation of these interventions. Now that we have the DMA coming, so commodities and all that should not be our problem for the implementation of this. So I think we go to the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, that's NAM, so that we hear also their input on how to sustain the gains of AMPLI after AMPLI has winded up. Thank you. Amina Gabi, you can go ahead.
Thank you once again, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. First of all, as the association, it is and will still continue to promote, to support and sustain the AMPLI program. One, as an association, it will keep advocating for the adoption and institutionalization of the national guidelines for the prevention and treatment of postpartum hemorrhage. As association, again, we will work together in order to mobilize our nurses and midwives in the state in order to implement the AMPLI-PPH evidence-based practices in healthcare facilities. Just as we can see, the calibrated rapes, the heat-stable cavitocin, and whatever, evidence-based, no more assumptions. So we can encourage our nurses to use the evidence-based practices. We can also advocate and support the implementation or the inclusion of this program into the PDP program for nurses, that is mandatory continuous professional development program, as well as in the school curriculum, in order to maintain continuous knowledge is updated. So again, as association, we say we can also look at how we promote adherence to the standard of treatment and improving using the quality of care among our nurses and midwives. We can also look at it the other way. Let's say we look at how we can ensure our nurses maintain accurate documents and reporting for data usage in order to make a proper decision making. We can also look at the level of association to continue creating awareness among members and the communities to show these people the importance of quality maternal and newborn health care, so that they can follow and adopt by this healthcare in health facilities. They easily recognize and identify a high-performing nurse or midwife and award her to maintain or maintain service delivery in such facilities. And again, finally, we can say, just as Prof said, collaboration with stakeholders, we can advocate for adequate staffing. We can look at also equipment as he said, commodities, and also conducive environment for our staff in order to maintain effective implementation of the program. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much. From NAM, also issue of collaboration is still coming back. And then also she highlighted also their support for their members to enhance advocating for these commodities and also this intervention, as well as trying to integrate it into their curriculum and their also continuous medical education. So thank you very much from NAM. So we hear from the director of PHC, Argungu, on how to sustain the gains of AMPLI, post-AMPLI. Thank you.
So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I think the AMPLI-PPHI project is for our own level, because you have seen the AMPLI-PPHI is supporting 15 facilities across the state, whereas in almost, if I'm not mistaken, are from a primary health care. So the work is all for us. And then Japaigo have contributed. Yes.
Let them settle down, then we continue.
Sorry for the break in transmission. Thank you very much, our panelists. While you are excellencies arrive.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It is a great honor to welcome Her Excellency, the wife of Kebbi State Governor, founder Anas Foundation, ably represented by the wife of Deputy Governor, Hajia Mariam Umar Tafidan Kebbi. Your Excellency, you are highly welcome to this great occasion. She's also with the chairperson of ANCOPS Kebbi State Women Wing, Hajia Salamatu Tuga. Ma, you are welcome. She's also with board member and one of the elders committee of Her Excellency, Hajia Mariam Kawoji. The rest are outside, you will soon be here. Thank you very much. She's with our media team and some of the protocol officials. Thank you. My co-compare, are you here? Well, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, my co-moderator. Your Excellency, Ma, before your arrival, we kickstarted our program with reading of the third stanza of the national anthem, and it was followed by giving us the journey so far of the AMPLI project, starting with how they met the facilities that they are going to support it up to where we are today. During their presentation, Your Excellency, Ma, they noted that AMPLI project was implemented in 2 LGAs, that is Kebbi LGA and Argungu LGA. And across these LGAs, Ma, they have implemented in 15 facilities. And by and large, during their implementation, they were able to improve the capacity of our health service providers from 40% where they met them to 92% where we are now. Excellency, Ma, may to note that the Honorable Commissioner of Health also, during his remark, announces His Excellency's gesture approving over 500 million to Kechema, Kebbi Contributory Healthcare Insurance, just yesterday, over the last week. He also informed the audience that His Excellency also approved capitalization fund of our drug management agencies as part of the effort to sustain the intervention of our partners. Even after they were gone, the governor is very ready to come in and support where they left and continue supporting Kebbi State, Ma. Your Excellency, Ma, you may also wish to note, as you walk in, you met a panel discussion discussing on what it takes to sustain the game made so far based on AMPLI intervention. On the panels are the foot soldiers, those that work in the facility. in the practical aspect of our service providers. Sitting at the panelist is Professor Aisha Ngaski, who is the representative of Sogon and also Secretary project. This is not just a dissemination of the findings of AMPLI-PPHI. This is more than just a dissemination. It is a celebration of the achievement being made of saving of our mothers during pregnancy and delivery. The FIGO team, led by Dr. Bector team, which you may have met in your coming in, together with him are other national FIGO that come to ensure that this event is successful. Your Excellency, Ma, at this juncture, may I invite my co-MC to usher you in. Okay, thank you very much for that correction. Our panelists will continue and close their session before Her Excellency's speech. We can continue.
Okay. So the director of PHC, Argongo, can continue.
Okay, thank you very much. As I have said before, that this AMPLI-PPHI project is all for us, because out of 15 LG, 15 facilities that AMPLI-PPHI is supporting, almost 12 or 13 are from the primary healthcare centers. So it's our own project. We benefited a lot, and a lot was invested into our facilities. So we're not going to allow this thing to go like that. Inshallah, we are going to sustain this gain through ensuring the availability of these commodities always in our health facilities. And then we are going to include these PPH commodities in our basic healthcare development, basic health funds quarterly basic plan. Likewise, the impact project. All these are the projects that gives money to the health facilities. And then we are going to ensure and maintain a routine for basic visit to the site, so that we can assure the PPH commodities are all available at all times. So despite all the effort made by the FIGO, or I can say AMPLI-PPHI project, still we have some women who are not going to facility for delivery. So we are going to use the social mobilization structures we have on ground, such as mama to mama, mentor mothers, BCMs, to mobilize and track other women for facility delivery. Likewise, we are going to also use our community leadership structure to mobilize husbands and their mother-in-laws, who sometimes are the bottleneck for allowing women to go for the facility delivery. So inshallah, we are going to engage them fully so that we can mobilize women, husbands and mother-in-laws to allow their women to go for facility delivery. In fact, AMPLI-PPHI project have supported a lot in reducing maternal deaths in our community. They have trained our personnel. They also supply these commodities to our personnel, to our facilities, which I believe most of our health workers in the PHC have seen it for the first time while coming for the AMPLI-PPHI project. So we are thanks very much for the AMPLI-PPHI project. And here I want to also to urge and ask our staffs on the facilities, please, the knowledge and the skills you have acquired from AMPLI-PPHI project, please extend it down to your subordinates. Train them off so that when you are not in the facility, the services will not fall down. So train them, coach them, on these protocols or on these skills that you have acquired for identifying, treating, and also prevention PPH in our societies. So God bless AMPLI-PPHI projects and their staff and Japago in general. God bless Kebbi State, and God bless federal government of Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum.
So thank you very much, the director. He started by appreciating Japago and the AMPLI-PPHI project on all the investment they put in for the prevention of PPH, and also that he is going to strengthen supervision, supportive supervision to all his PHCs under him, and also use the state structures for community mobilization on hospital delivery, and also the use of the funding from the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund and the impact project to sustain the commodities for use at the facility level. Thank you very much, Director. So next we hear from a midwife who is in the facility on how she intends to sustain the gains made from the AMPLI project. So we hear from the midwife. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful opportunity to make. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. This AMPLI-PPH by institutionalizing the best practice, which is the use of SOPs, of PPH, and maintaining the commodities in the facility, constantly using the checklist and the practice corner, and by monthly peer practice sessions, and also the use of collaborated rate on the use of HSC in 1 minute immediately after birth. Thank you, AMPLI-PPH. Thank you, Japago.
Okay, thank you very much from the midwife. So she promised us that she will also be using the available guidelines for the management, detection to management of postpartum hemorrhage, and also that they will be using all the commodities how was prescribed from the guidelines. And she ended up by also appreciating Japago and also the AMPLI-PPHI project. So from this discussion, we have seen policy in promoting and sustaining the gains that have been made. We also see the importance of funding for the commodities to be used for the management of PPH, and then also on collaboration, all the sectors should be in place. The states, the partners, the community members and community leaders all should put up gear so that we achieve our aim. And also the importance of providing and using the guidelines for the prevention and management of PPH in order to sustain all the gains that we have had from this program. So thank you very much for the discussion. In case, I don't know whether from the participants, if there is anyone that has anything to add based on sustainability. So if there's any, so direct, based on this.
Thank you very much. I'm Dr. Jibril Gwan, Director of Medical Services. Based on sustainability aspect, we have instructed the all the general hospital has key into this program. They bought calibrated drives, and they have had training from Japago, and we're also extending it to the primary health facility. I think last time there was a meeting with the primary health facilities with their in charges, their directors, and see how we can as well extend it to the facilities. So presently, all the general hospitals have these calibrated reps, and they have this carboxyl and thermodynamic as a part of sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director of Medical Services. Any other adage before they close? Okay, can you be brief?
Good morning once again, everyone. I am standing on the existing protocol to say one of the things we are doing from our own angle as religious leader. Pardon me, my name is Pastor Sunday Akanji, and one of the things I personally have done is to take a memo down and write to all and sundry that can help us in sustaining this program, that we may domesticate it, not leave it alone for the government, that after AMPLI project, let us come and see how to make these commodities available in our facilities, even as a free will donation. You know, people are religious, and we are looking at it from that religious angle and bringing people to domesticate it, to see this thing as a plan for sustainability. Thank you.
So thank you very much, representative of CAN. So that is the collaboration we are talking about.
Good afternoon, all, once again. I've just had some contribution based on the sustainability. Am I correct? Sorry, okay. For the benefit of those that have come now, I think as one of the very concrete sustainability arrangement is that of the recent approval by Kebbi State Executive Council for the approve and the release of 400 million for basic rescue provision fund that is attached to Kechema, alongside with that of DMA, that is Kebbi State Management Agency, of totally the sum of 407 million for the small scale community office. By this, I believe with the adequate sustainability plan, this program will last. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioner. That is a wonderful and a very great, a giant stride in sustainability.
Okay, the last comment, somebody
will
wants to
be
say
sure
something?
of authentic drugs and commodities for sustainability. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Pharmacist Nasser Muhammad Yaouri. Her Excellency Ma, the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Health, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. Part of our contribution from the Primary Care Development Agency is regarding this sustainability after seeing the goal and benefit of the program. So we need to sustain the goal and ensure the commodity are readily available. One of the step up from us is we want a clear directive from the or requesting the Ministry of Health to give us clear directive so that we can start working with the DMA, even if before the money landed into the DMA account, we will direct all the facilities, regardless when they are conducting deliveries, they must send maybe procure commodity from DMA right from now, before the commencement of the statewide drug revolving fund, so that these facilities, they can send the money through the DMA, and DMA will this commodity for them and supply those facilities. Because doing that we can ensure the quality of the product. Not only let go and buy from any window. From that angle, we won't guarantee the quality of that commodities. So by doing so, we ensure that these commodities have been procured to the DMA, so the facility can send their money into the DMA to procure these commodities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pharmacist Nasser.
Thank you very much. From the So I think we have had enough.
I think that is the end of our panel discussion. Can we please appreciate our panelists for their wonderful input? Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you, Dr. Noura Dean Kanjua, for being on the panel.
Thank you very much. Please, encourage our dear panelists, please. You can clap for them more, please. They have done wonderful. Thank you. It's now time for me to invite Her Excellency of Kebbi State Governor, Dr. Nafi Nasir Idris Kaurangwandu, founder Nana Foundation, ably represented by the wife of Deputy Governor Hajia Mariam Umar Tafidan Kebbi, to deliver her speech. Your Excellency, Ma.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum, distinguished guests, development partners, stakeholders, members of the Joe Faigo, Dr. Rest, Honorable Commissioner, Ministry for Health, Dr. Zaki, Dr. Shehu Nkuku, with us. Assalamu alaikum. I am here in honor of Idris Kaurangwandu. This occasion, it is my honor to join you today as we mark the successful closeout of the AMPLI-PPHI project. This initiative has demonstrated what strong partnership, strategic investment, and shared commitment can achieve. Through AMPLI-PPHI, we have made significant strides in strengthening primary health system, improving services, delivery, and enhancing health outcomes for our community, especially our women and children. These achievements are not accidental, as the result of deliberate collaboration between government, partners, and frontline workers who have worked tirelessly to deliver impact where it matters most at the community level. As we celebrate these successes, we must also look ahead. Sustainability is our responsibility. We must ensure that the system strengthens the capacities built and the lessons learned under this project continue to guide our efforts. I wish to sincerely appreciate JPIGO for their valuable support as well as all implementers and stakeholders whose dedication have made this project a success. The Kebbi State Government, under the leadership of Dr. Nasir Idris Kaurangwandu, is committed to continue to support you so that together we can improve the health outcome in the state. And I am glad to let you know that His Excellency is working on the for the DMA. One woman, one calibrated day. God bless you, and I can assure you this is a duly well-deserved award at the right person. May Allah continue to guide us and see us through to more and more achievements. I wish us all a safe journey back to our various destinations. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the representative of the wife of the governor, the wife of Deputy Governor Hajia Mariam Umar Tafidan. My co-compere, are you here? Okay, it's time for presentation of award. I'm going to invite Her Excellency to come forward to present award to our dear Dr. Victor and our own Dr. Bright, from Japaigo Country Office. I will invite Dr. Victor to come with his award. Excellence going to present the award to him. Congratulations, sir, for this wonderful award. Turn it, please. Turn it. Congratulations, sir. This is to encourage you to do more. To do more in the country, especially in Kebbi State. Congratulations, sir. Next is Dr. Bright Oji, our own Dr. Bright. Thank you very much. Congratulations, sir. This is to encourage you to come back to Kebbi again. Thank you, sir. Next is our own Baba Dr. Zaki, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, former CM Dissemination. Congratulations, sir. No, please tell me. Okay, it's normal. Thank you very much. This is from Japaigo to encourage you to invite them next time in Kebbi. Thank you so much. Congratulations, sir. Next is our able Honorable Commissioner for Health, former Chairman of the local government, former SA on SDGs. So he has been doing development work since. Sir, congratulations to you. Oh, so kind. Thank you very much, sir. This is from the Japaigo. They want you to tell them, come to Kebbi State and Zulu Emirates. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Sir, you still have an award to present to our able one. You didn't. Okay, no problem. It's okay.
As with our all witness, this exceptional award given by the Japaibu to Her Excellency Dr. Nadisha Nasir for her commitment and the passion about the health sector. I want to use this opportunity to hand the award to Hajia Mariam Matafina, the wife of the Deputy Governor, who stands here on her behalf. Man, you are once welcome.
Congratulations, Ma. Japaigo presents this award to you. You know you are the champion of DPS in Kebbi State. Last time they were at Government House and gave her an award. So, Mama Champion, this is to tell you that one woman, I did not hear you, one woman. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, congratulations for this wonderful award from Japaigo.
This is a recognition of your continuous support to the health sector of Kebbi State, Ma. We congratulate you.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, we're going to snap picture. Where is photography here? Snap 2 or 3 pictures. Then after the vote of hands, we go outside.
Why is the group photo?
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for taking time to be here and visit of your continuous support to the health sector. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. Thank you very much. Can we please appreciate her?
You can do this because of this banner. No, not in a photo. See, yes, it's better.
It's outside. Okay.
It's better
before we go for our
see
photograph,
the banner.
as Her Excellency go back to her seat, may I invite Dr. Victor Adepoju for a board of thanks from the Federal Council Office to Kebbi State Government and the people of Kebbi State.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Vice Deputy Governor, Dr. Officer, ably represented by the Vice Deputy Governor, Ajia Miriam and Afida Kebbi. We really appreciate your coming, ma. Your coming this morning shows how much you place on the health of women in the state. When we got to this stage 2 years ago, the indicators were very bad, but today we are very happy that through your support, the leadership of the Honorable Commissioner and his cabinet, we will be able to change the trajectory of Kebbi State with respect to maternal mortality. Can we clap for the So thank you so much, ma'am. We really appreciate your coming. You're an inspiration for us and for all the women in the state. Kebbi is one place that we like to work. So we feel at home anytime we are at Kebbi State. Even our donor, we always feel that anytime we are right, Kebbi must be one of the states that we want to work, right? Because it's a place that we feel, right?
We want to go to a place where you feel. Let me say, everybody wants a place that when you go there, they will support you and you will succeed, right? And I can tell you that Kebbi State is one of those states. Let's start for yourself. You can see the unity of Her Excellency, just come down with us. If you go to some states, if Her Excellency want to come in, they even want to help us to sit. Because we are the threat, the security threat, but the Her Excellency just come in, came on board. So we really want to appreciate your unity. And we also want to appreciate you for one thing. The Honorable Commissioner announced some announcement, which we are very excited about. But I also want to say that Her Excellency is also one of the major influential figures for that to happen. Let's not for anything. We met with her at some point and we discussed some of the challenges that we are facing, and she promised that she's going to talk to the executive governor. Today, the story has changed. The go through the AMPLI-PPHI work, we support the facility, but also that there are more health facilities in the state. We have more hospitals and we have more primary health center. So we have about 225 basic healthcare provision for primary healthcare center. They have some startup commodities, but we believe that with this investment to basic healthcare provision fund at the DMA, we believe that the next 1 month, all these 225 basic healthcare provision fund facilities, we have calibrated drip, we have instable carbetocin, we have carbetocinic acid. Commissioner for Health, are you getting your note on that, sir? Thank you so much. Let's clap for the Honorable Commissioner. And we are so glad that this is not just a pilot work. Even within the lifetime of the project is already being sustained. And we are very happy about that. I want to summarize with the first C. What is very unique about this work? The first C is the community. We carry the community along, and I believe that we will continue to carry the community along. Don't forget, if we solve all the problems in the facility, we still have some of our women that still deliver at home. So we need to carry our traditional rulers along, our religious rulers along, our civil society organization, so that they can help us mobilize and create awareness in the community. See, I would say, has led to the success of this work is community. The second C is capacity. We will be able to work with government to build the capacity of the healthcare worker. They say what you do not have, you cannot what? You cannot give. What you do not have, you cannot give. Our nurses, our doctors in the state, they now have all the things that they need to make sure that no woman that is delivering die. And I can tell you that for the last 9 months, and that is another good thing that has happened to Kebbi, we have not recorded any mortality or any death of any woman as a result of baby. Can we clap for Kebbi State? We have not recorded any PPH related death. In other words, no woman has died while giving birth as a result of baby in the last 9 months. We are also very happy. And it is because of our healthcare worker, they know what to do, they know what not to do. The top thing is commodity. They say no commodity, no what? No program. If you don't have commodity, when we say commodity, for those of us that are not medical, we are talking about drugs. If you like, build all the hospital, put all the nurses. If there is no drug, you don't survive. And that's why we are very happy that our agency has raised money for our drug management agency. With that investment, we can buy drugs for all our health center, and nobody will protect any longer. Okay? The fourth one is what I call coordination. What do I call it? Coordination. We now have a Department of Family Health. Can you clap for yourself again? I want to tell you that only 10 states in Nigeria have a Department of Family Health. Only 10 states out of 36 states. And Kebbi State is just one of them. Let's clap for Kebbi again. Why is it important to have the Department of Family Health? The Department of Family Health is the only department in the nation that is responsible for women's health. Anything that happens with health is the Department of Family Health. In other states, what you will see is there is the Department of Public Health that is handling women's health. This is the department that is dealing with TB, HIV, malaria. They don't have time for women's health. But we have in Kebbi State, we now have a dedicated department that is responsible to anything that has to do with women and children. We are very happy, and we believe that we will continue to empower that department to make sure that they do the right thing. And the last thing that we are very proud of in this project is what? The last thing is consolidation. We know that PPH, are key women, right? We have other issues like infection, we have eclampsia. We are very happy that the government of Kebbi State is not just looking at PPH. It's not that it's PPH we are talking about today. They are looking at other things. They want to make sure that no woman die of conversion, eclampsia, when they are giving birth. They are making sure that they build incinerators in different hospitals. They are making sure that blood is available for women. So that if any woman is bleeding and requires blood, is able to get it instantly, and making sure that that woman gets the blood that he needs to survive. Let's clap for Kebbi State government once again. So please, we believe that today our sustainability is around those 5C. Our community, which are religious, traditional owner, and civil society, the commodities must always be available. The capacity of healthcare workers must continue. We must consolidate to address other issues apart from blooding. And on this note, I want to finally appreciate the government of Kebbi. We'll continue to work with you. We'll continue to bring up projects to Kebbi. We'll continue to support healthcare workers in Kebbi State. Right now, we even have another project that's related to the what we call the COF project. And what that project has done is that we have increased from 15 facilities to all the 225 primary healthcare facilities in the state. Because you know that if we just focus on 15 facilities, 15 is just like dropping something in water. But now, all the primary healthcare and general hospitals in the state, they now have this same intervention. Which means that our data will begin to show good when they are telling nationally which state is best performing. Kebbi now will now begin to appear as one of the best performing states in the country. And we're very happy that JPIGO, as an organization affiliated with the university, are part of this. I want to appreciate all the leadership from all our Ministry of Health, the Commissioner, and the leadership of government. Because if they say that we should pack our road, but they don't want to see us in Kebbi, there's nothing we can do. We have to pack our road. It's because we get support of government, and government is leading what we are doing. And there's an innovation that came out of this project that is now being known all over the world now. And that's what we call locally fabricated incinerator. Let's clap for ourselves again. Kebbi State is the one that this innovation starts from. Because we are having challenges with how do we dispose our medical waste. And they told us in the community, they told us, there is this thing we use to put our houses, mud. And we packaged it, we built those incinerators with the mud, and we cemented it, and it's serving the purpose that we want it to serve. And other countries now, like India, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, they're even asking us that we should share our SOP, that they want to replicate it in other countries. So you can see what is happening in Kebbi is now catching the interest of other countries. They now want to replicate that mud incinerators, so that when they generate the waste they can use that mud incinerator to incinerate it and dispose it. These are all the proud moments for us as a project. I want to appreciate everybody. So on behalf of the country director, Dr. Bettina, thank you very much. I would like to continue to be part of this state. We have not left, even though this project is closed, we have other projects we're working on in the state. We have our MCGI project and other things that we are doing. So we are still around. Don't think that we are packing our load. No, we are still much around with the state and we'll continue to work with you. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. May I please at this juncture invite the dignitaries at the higher table together with Her Excellency to go for group photograph. On your way out, ma, you can check the advocacy as well as the result of this intervention. The Honorable Commissioner, sir, the Permanent Secretary together with your entourage and Her Excellency together with her entourage, as well as the Japago Country team together with your entourage, Dr. Vito, you can go and take the lead on seeing our gallery there. You can see the exhibit, then you can go for the group photograph. Ma. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for taking time to be here. I will really appreciate you for being here. Thank you very much, ma.